What's up, guys? I'm Youngster Skaymore, and I am here to talk about Nintendo's Direct today. Specifically, it was a mini Nintendo Direct, today being January 11th, 2018. This Direct happened at 9 a.m. this morning, but I'm not recording it until 10:43 p.m. now, Eastern Time, by the way. So hopefully I'll be able to upload it tonight. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but hopefully I will. That's my goal. I probably will be able to, because even if I talk about this for like an hour, which is like the highest, it probably won't be that long. But like that's the max. It would be. I would still be only like 11:45, and like it doesn't take. I don't even think I'll have to edit this actually, because I'm playing music right now, and when I actually start to go through the Direct, I'm gonna turn the music off. So I don't think I'll need to edit this. I think I'll just need to make a thumbnail really quickly. So this should hopefully be up tonight. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because you're watching it. You know when it's up. Let me just make sure it's recording really quick. It is cool. So anyway, Nintendo did a really weird. Before I talk about the Direct itself, what I'm going to do today is basically, I've done this before in the past. I couldn't do my live reactions because Direct was at 9 a.m., which is, I have school. I'm a high schooler. It's my senior year, but, still got school for the next 6 months. Still got high school. So I could not do my live reactions, although I did watch the Direct in health class. That was fun. But I'm going to go through it and basically just talk about everything one by one. So before I do that, I want to go into... Nintendo did a really different thing this time with how the Direct normally works. So normally, they like 2 days or so, something like that, before the Direct, they'll be like, hey, there's gonna be a Direct at this day, January 11th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, usually like 6 a.m. Pacific Time. That's, I think they usually go by Pacific Time. And they'll be like, tune in. And then everyone will be like, oh, so hyped up. People will be making discussion videos about it. People will be hyped. Then, like an hour, 30 minutes, whatever, before it starts, people will be joining in Nintendo's Twitch channel, talking, commenting, saying, let's go, Mother 3, Reggie, all this stuff. But this is different. They didn't officially announce this Direct, really, at least not days ahead of time. But there was a lot of rumors going around, because Nintendo usually does a January Direct, and they're normally bigger than this. So that is one thing. Definitely, this was only a mini Direct, and they explicitly said it's a mini Direct, like before it started. I guess, to lower expectations. But like compared to last year, for example, when they had literally the Switch event was in January, which like revealed ARMS. Basically revealed, we had seen like 10 seconds of Odyssey before, but it really revealed that first trailer of Odyssey with like New Donk City and everything. It had that story trailer for Zelda. It revealed 1-2 Switch, and it revealed a bunch of other stuff about the Switch and so many other things that I'm forgetting right now. It revealed, we already had seen a couple seconds of gameplay about Splatoon 2, but then it officially revealed Splatoon 2. Same thing with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, probably a bunch of other games, probably a bunch of like third-party games. So it doesn't matter, but they had a lot of stuff. So this being a mini Direct wasn't nearly as much as last year's January, and I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna have quite as big of a year as it did last year, which I mean makes sense. Like last year was the Switch's launch year, and they knew they needed it to be really strong, so they had two huge hitters, being Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild. And so far, just looking at their year, even after this Direct, like they don't have any. I don't think any of those huge hitters. I'm not even speaking on terms of quality right now. I'm speaking in terms of like games that are going to be very have a very widespread like appeal among competitive gamers. Not competitive, sorry. For some reason, when I thought of like obviously like New Super Mario Bros has a very widespread appeal, but I mean like not among casual hardcore. That's what I'm like. We're like hardcore in quotes gamers. I mean like people who actually like are like identify as gamers, I guess, and a lot of people who have a Switch I think do, as opposed to like a Wii where it's like New Super Mario Bros. And not that I don't like New Super Mario Bros. I love New Super Mario Bros. Actually, but it just doesn't have that same widespread core appeal as Super Mario Odyssey. Even if it might even sell better, doesn't have that same core appeal. So that's what I'm talking about. So they don't seem to really have any of those heavy hitters yet, and they did announce one brand new game in this Direct, and just some other stuff. But maybe they announced, I don't know, one brand new first party game, maybe some other stuff that's technically counts that I'm not thinking of. But like this, they didn't announce any brand new like heavy hitter. So like when I'm looking at the lineup for this year so far, they don't really have any of those, which isn't really like problem necessarily, but I'm just thinking like it's probably not going to be quite as strong as 2017 was, but it's still probably going to be a great year for Nintendo, and a great year for the Switch, and a great year for video games in general. And how can I be like, oh, there's no, like, how can I be complaining about quantity of games right now? I'm definitely not. I enjoy this Direct very much, and I'm very happy about it, and I'm just very elated. Because there's so many video games, and there's so many games I have that I don't even have time to play, that I'm never going to be able to play. So watching a Direct like this, even though it's just a mini Direct, like, just makes me so excited, just makes me feel so happy about the world of video games. I'm just like, oh yeah, video games, woohoo, and that's just how I feel. And it's just like, these are the more video games, this makes me so happy, I love Nintendo, let's do it. So I honestly don't know, there are probably really wasn't that much they could have done to disappoint me with the current mindset I have. So I just wanted to say that before I, like say my opinion, which is I really enjoyed this direct and I was really happy about it, even though I understand why people would be disappointed. But anyway, for some reason they didn't announce it. I got so off track there. I'll start the direct soon, I promise. For some reason they didn't. I'm not gonna like live react to it, by the way. I'm just gonna go through it and then talk about each thing. But for some reason they didn't announce it days before. But there was a lot of rumors that there was gonna be a direct today. And Game Explain even did a discussion yesterday, even though it was just based on like rumors. So I'm sure they'd heard some things because they are like insiders. But just an example, like people like making YouTube videos predicting stuff, even though we didn't know for sure there'd be a direct. And Nintendo actually was like trolling us on Twitter, which like yesterday, like people like a few days ago, they posted that just with no explanation, that parrot from Mario Odyssey that says like the secret you are seeking, I know it, ha. And they just posted that without anything else. And then yesterday they just posted a picture of Chibi Robo, who's just like on fire and like looking upwards, just like without saying anything else, which of course made people like felt like Nintendo was just trolling us, and everyone got so excited for the direct. But I feel like I don't really like. I really do like that they're trolling us on one hand. Like I think that's hilarious. But on the other hand, there's some stuff I don't like about this. Like I still wish they trolled us, and then we're like, okay, now we revealed it. There's a direct tomorrow. Like I like that they troll us before that. That's fine, but I don't like that they just sort of shadow drop the direct because, like I didn't know it was coming. Also, by the way, real quick, like they didn't announce a Chibi Robo game, so I thought it was weird that they like had that in there because I expected actually a Chibi Robo game. Like, oh my gosh, maybe there'll be a Chibi Robo announcement, and then there was just none. So I thought that was a little disappointing, a little weird. But anyway, like we didn't have any idea of this direct happening. Like I know a lot of people, including myself, get a lot of their Nintendo news from Game Explain, and they didn't even upload a video saying, oh, there's a direct soon. But I don't even know if they announced it before at all, or if they just like released the direct on their channel or something. Because I don't know, because the direct was at 9 a.m. this morning. I didn't know about that. Then at like a little bit after 9, I started getting all these notifications from I think like Nintendo Wire or some Twitter account that I have notifications on for, and I was just getting all this news, and I ended up I didn't realize what was going on first. And I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, is the direct going right now? And I opened it up and I found out that it was, and I turned off notifications for Twitter and YouTube, and I found the direct and I watched it. But at that point, I unfortunately had like half of the direct spoiled for me because I didn't know when it was coming, and then I just all of a sudden got all these notifications because I expected that they would still announce it beforehand to be like, oh, there's a direct at 8 p.m. tonight, and like, but they didn't announce it. They just like released it, or maybe they did announce it like half hour beforehand, but not that I know of. So I mean, I don't think they did, but I don't know. I really don't know. Because then, like, when I searched up Nintendo Direct at like 9:07 a.m., I saw an article from like 34 minutes ago that was talking about Dark Souls Remastered, even though the Direct didn't come out till 9. So I don't know like how that works. Like, so I'm confused that maybe they did announce it before and somehow that, or maybe that. I have no idea. I was very confused, but I'm pretty sure they didn't announce it before and just like released it, which is a little bit strange. Because like I said, I didn't like that because I ended up getting the Direct spoiled for me because I wasn't ready, and then I just got all these notifications. I'm like, wait, what? And also, I like the hype beforehand. I like going to a Twitch chat like 30 minutes before in Nintendo's channel and being like, oh my gosh, this is it, talking with everybody. Although there's one thing that I did like about this is that instead of just live streaming it, they, I think, like uploaded it immediately, which I don't know if they always do that. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong, but I feel like sometimes, or maybe that's just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, like, if they live stream it on YouTube, for example, then like you can't. No, actually, that's not true. You can rewind. Never mind. I was going to say something wrong because I was thinking about Twitch, how, like, if I join a Twitch stream late, I can't rewind it. But then you can just go to the YouTube and rewind it. But it was a little shame that I got, like, some of the direct spoiled for me. So that's why I didn't like how they did this. I still like the trolling, but I still think they should be, like the next day be like, okay, now there's a direct tomorrow. And, like, troll us 2 days before or something like that. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I have had a very busy day, so that's why I can't make this video till now. It's, as you can see, 10. Can you see my mouse? You can see. No, you cannot see my mouse. But wait, can you? No. But as you can see in the bottom right of the screen, it is 10:51 p.m. right now. So I had a busy day. I had school, I had wrestling, I had actually an interview with Cornell, with an alumni from Cornell, which is my #1 college right now. So that was that made me anxious, but I did that, and I think it went well. So I'm happy about that. And then I was like talking to my brother and playing with my. I was gonna say talking to my brother and my dog. I was talking to my brother and playing with my dog, and you know, family time important. But now I can finally make this video, so that's really cool. By the way, okay, now I'm actually about to start it, but you know, just talking about the direct, it's fun, it's chill, it's casual. Let me know what you guys thought of everything in the comments below. Now, I'm gonna actually start, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start going through the direct, and, you know, just talk about everything. Not live reacting, I'm not just gonna play it and talk over it, I'm just gonna go through stuff so I remember what everything was, then I'll just pause it and talk about it. There's probably not gonna be any music going on at that time, because when I played the direct, I'm gonna want that playing, so I'm gonna turn this music off. So sorry to be a buzzkill. I know it is great music. Super Mario Odyssey, fantastic game. You guys should definitely play it. And so I'm just gonna be playing the direct and then just pausing it and talking about it. So let's get started. This first a little bit is just like talking, so I'll just sit through and listen to it. I hope this isn't too loud for you guys. Let me see.
Welcome to Nintendo Direct Mini. One quick
I think it should be good because I'm not gonna be talking
news
over
on
it that
select
much.
Nintendo Switch games planned to release this year.
And then I'll pause when I'm
Let's
actually
get
talking.
right
So
to
hopefully
it.
it's not too loud. I checked before, so I don't think it should be. So I think, should I watch the trailer and go through it? No, I'm assuming you guys already watched the direct, so I don't need to like watch it as I'm live reacting to it or anything like that. But anyway, the first announcement was very unexpected for me, but well, it would have been, but I saw like a tweet about it that I got notified of, so it wasn't unexpected when I watched it, but it was something that I did not expect at all, and it's that they are porting, I guess, why am I blanking on the name of this game? What's it called? Oh my gosh, what is this game called? I know what this game is. The World Ends With You, that's what it's called. By the way, I didn't read it down here. I thought of it, but maybe I don't know if there's a place I could have read it or not. But anyway, they're porting The World Ends With You to Nintendo Switch 10 years after it's originally released, according to this trailer. The World Ends With You is a DS game. I've never played it, but I've heard very many good things. Nintendo Nick, I don't know if you guys know him. He is another YouTuber who I'm friends with, and it is one of his favorite games of all time, and he always tells me to play it. And unfortunately, I lost my 3DSs. I lost mine and my brother's this year, which is pretty bad. Sorry, brother. So I don't have a way to play it, but now this might be a good opportunity to do so. But so I've heard really good things about it. It's like an RPG with interesting combat. Like it was a DS game, so you used like the bomb screen for combat, and you used the stylus, which normally like most games like that like are referred to as gimmicky. People don't like it, but this game is loved, and the story is apparently really really good too. So I'm definitely be interested in playing it. However, I don't really know how I feel about it being on the Switch. Like I'm a little worried because obviously I've never played the game. I don't know that much about it, but given that it was originally a DS game, it seems hard to port to Switch. I know they already have a mobile version, so I guess that would have the same barriers, if not more. But I would worry about that also. Like I definitely wouldn't want to play it on mobile. But anyway, on the DS, you use the bomb screen and you use the stylus to control the game. And then I don't know what was shown on the top screen, but I assume there was something. So I assume it was two screens. So if so, I don't know how they're going to incorporate that on the Switch. And if not, if there wasn't two screens, then I guess that's easy. But there probably was. Hopefully it was like not that important stuff. But then how are you going to emulate those controls on the Switch? I don't know. I guess you just have to use your finger. Like, because they actually said there's two options. They said like you can either use new Joy-Con controls, or you can use the touchscreen. So by new Joy-Con controls, I don't know if they mean like motion controls with the Joy-Cons or just like controlling it like a normal game. But then like I feel like the thing about games is I want to play them how they're originally intended to be played. So I would feel like I'd want to play them with a stylus. So I'd want to play this game on the DS, and I wouldn't want to play it on Switch. But so I'm curious how the Joy-Con controls work. And then like otherwise with the touchscreen, would you have to use your finger? Because there's no stylus with the Switch, and I don't know if they work. I guess if you get a stylus, I don't know if that would, like if I just took my stylus from my Wii U, I wonder if that would work. Because I know some screens like styluses don't work for them if they're not built with that in mind. So I don't know if that is the case for the Switch or not. But although I think I heard some people use styluses in Splatoon 2 to make art, so maybe it does work. But anyway, I'm interested in how the controls work. I definitely might be interested in picking this game up because I've heard a lot of good things. But I'd want to first like read some reviews and like in-depth details about the differences between this game and the DS game to see if like which is like the better version. But also the thing that makes that tricky is this game has some more content. It's called The World Ends With You Final Remix, and I think it just has like, I don't really know what it is, but I think it's a little bit more story, like extra story content that wasn't in the original game. So I guess that's an incentive for people to pick it up if they've already played it and play it again on Switch. But look, there's only one screen here. There's no sign of like any top screen or anything that would have been on the top screen. So I'm really curious about what was on the top screen originally. Like, I guess, was it just like that? See that stuff on the top that has like all those circles? I wonder if like those were on the top originally. I really don't know. But the Switch is a bigger screen, so it definitely, hopefully they still find a way to figure this out. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Never played it. I don't know if I would like it or not. I can't really tell based on the gameplay. It's hard for me to like.
Ends With You.
Like I really don't know how if I would
Switch
like this game or
10
not.
years
But I'm
after
definitely be
its
interested in
original
trying it.
release.
So let's go.
When the main character Neku.
Let's go to the next thing and let's watch that for a little bit. I don't know if I should watch these or if I should just click to them and talk to them. But next up, they showed some new. Yeah, I don't need to watch them. They talked about DLC for Pokemon Tournament DX, which I did not expect to happen, but that's definitely interesting. I still do not have Pokken. I wanted it on Wii U, and I never got around to getting it. And I wanted it on Switch. I was hoping to get it for Christmas, but I didn't. So I haven't gotten Pokken on Switch yet, but I really want to get Pokken Tournament Deluxe or DX, it's called. So on Wii U, it had, like, I forget how many characters. Not that many. Somewhere in, like, the teens, I think. And then I think this game has... DX has like 6 extra characters or something like that, maybe 5. I think 5. I think the original had like 16. This one's like 21, maybe, and had like 4 that were also in the arcade version, but were in the Wii U version. And then it has also a Decidui, which wasn't in the arcade version either. And if I was a Wii U owner, I would feel pretty. Well, I am a Wii U owner, but if I owned Pokemon on the Wii U, I would feel pretty gypped, just like I felt gypped about Mario Kart 8, and just like I'm going to feel gypped about some stuff that comes later. But since I don't have the game on Wii U, this is like, I guess, good news for me. It's only good news for me because I do hope to get this game soon. Pokken really excites me. I just haven't gotten the chance to pick it up yet. I played it for about like 2 hours, I'd say, at Nintendo Nick's house, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I definitely would be interested in picking it up. But the DLC, I have some mixed feelings on it. So they announced there's 2 waves in quotes of DLC, but it's really weird because each wave only has one like Pokemon, like one new character, which is pretty weird. One of the waves has Aegislash. And I'll play it, I guess. And it also has
and defense.
Look, let's see Aegislash. Like, Aegislash is a sick Pokemon, by the way, and a great choice for this game. I didn't think of that at all, but Aegislash is a really good choice for this game. I wonder if like you actually switch forms, or if it's just like part of it's like as you fight, like it's sort of just like natural, or if there's actually like a mechanic involved with those forms. But anyway, Aegislash is in the first wave, along with a new support set, which is I think Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu, which like Mega Rayquaza seems just like overpowered. Like I know obviously it's a support Pokemon, but like imagine that, just like you can either send out a Pachirisu as your support Pokemon, which is like one of them, or a Mega Rayquaza. Like I wonder which is better, even though they probably are about equal in the game. And then each wave also has like some new like stuff for your trainer avatar, like some new outfits and stuff, and more, which they said. I don't know what and more is, but if it's worse than, like, I wouldn't even care about the trainer avatar stuff probably, and that wasn't even worth mentioning, but the trainer avatar stuff was. I can't imagine the and more is anything that exciting, but who knows. And then the next wave, once again, of course, I think it's really weird that it's called a wave, even though they're pretty much just one character with like a couple extras. The next wave comes with Blastoise, which is obviously pretty cool to a lot of people. I think I would say I'm definitely more excited about Aegislash because I just think he looks cooler. And they didn't show much of Blastoise either. But I guess that's because Aegislash is coming. Oh, they didn't show actually any of Blastoise, I don't think. But I guess that's because Aegislash is coming first. I don't know when they said the release date was, but whatever. I don't even have Pokken yet, so I guess that isn't that relevant to me. Here we go. The first one's available January 31st, and the second phase is available March 23rd. So that's pretty cool that they're keeping this game alive. Although some people I've heard are annoyed because it's called DX. That means it's like the definitive edition, so there shouldn't be any more DLC. But I don't know. I don't really think I agree with that. I don't know. I think it's fine if there's DLC as long as everything's available in that game. I don't know. I think it's fine. Because it's not like there's that you have some inferior. I think it would be a ripoff if then they made another version and now this is the inferior version because it's DX, but it's still inferior version. But this is still the superior version, which just also has DLC. Whereas the Wii U owners should be the ones that feel screwed, kind of. But if they did it again, obviously they're not gonna. That'd be ridiculous. But anyway, the bad thing about this DLC is that it's $15, which I think is pretty ridiculous. There's 21 characters in the original game. It's a $6 game, so you got it full price. 2 more characters is another $15. That seems pretty ridiculous. I know fighting game. I know it's never proportional. Fighting game DLC is always more expensive for the new characters than for the original. For example, Injustice 2, which I've been playing, has I don't know, rounding let's say probably says it's 25 characters in Injustice 2. Maybe it's 25, 30. So let's say a $60 game that's $2 to $3 a character. It's not $3, but high rolling, $2 to $3 a character. But then each of the DLC is $6 a character. So then 8 more characters. I think in addition to there's 28 originally for $60, and then there's 8 more characters that cost another $40, which is that's insane. Why would such a small piece of the game cost almost as much as the game itself? But this is that to an even more extent. If there was just 8 new characters, that would be a whole $60 thing. So I guess it's pretty similar to Injustice actually, because this game only has 21, whereas Injustice has 28, and then these guys are a little bit more expensive. But like Smash Bros is another example. There's like 50 characters in the original Smash, yet each character is like almost only like a little more than $1. Yet like the DLC is like $6 each. So it's really an interesting thing. Because you think like if it's worth develop, I don't know. I guess maybe not as many people buy DLC as buy the game. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't make games, but that just seems a little weird. I think $15 is too much for just 2 characters. I would like to maybe like 4 characters. Then that'd be good. Or like maybe at least just make like I feel like $10. Like I'd still say that's like expensive for just 2 characters. But I don't know. I think $10 would be a much fairer price. But you know whatever. Anyway, what's next? I still don't even have Pokken, but I really like want to get it, and I would probably buy Aegislash and Blastoise if I did, especially Aegislash. That's a really great pick. I'm really glad they chose Aegislash. Blastoise is a good pick too. Anyway, next up we saw more of Kirby Star Allies. Kirby Star Allies. By the way, I'm actually making. I already recorded it. I just haven't edited it yet. A top 10 most anticipated games of 2018 video. Unfortunately, I wrote it and recorded it before this direct. So it's not going to be completely up to date. So I'll write that in the description and put that in the comments. So like I talk about Kirby Star Allies, and what I say basically, like I really like the idea of like the combination of abilities coming back. Even though I never played Crystal Shards, the idea always excited me. And I also buffed DDD. Like that makes this like clearly this game is not just gonna have stale ideas if they have freaking buffed DDD. Like they definitely got some secrets up their sleeves. Other than that, I'm not really a fan of the modern Kirby physics, like from like Triple Deluxe and stuff like that, and these seem to have the same physics, which I do not like. I like the physics of like the older games like Adventure, Superstar, and it seems like similar assets too, which is like all right. Like I don't know. I guess like you can't really make Kirby look better, but sometimes for some reason I feel like I would like a different style. I don't even want a different style. I feel like I would like a different engine. I guess I would like Kirby's physics to be a little bit different, but they seem to be similar as some of the other recent games, which I'm not a fan of those physics, but. That's pretty much all I knew about Kirby Star Allies. I was like looking forward to see more. And now we did see more in the direct. And we saw a lot more. Okay, so I'm not going to go through everything, like watch every trailer. Let's just watch this trailer, because let's just watch this. First off thing they show is a new artist ability, which I don't, this is pretty much, let's watch everything that shows that. Okay, I don't really, that's always see the artist ability. From what we see of it, I really don't like it. Like it's a cool concept, artist ability cool. But like we see just like a standard just attack, and we see like a dash attack, which are like pretty standard, but they look all right. But we saw like him just like painting that DDD, and then like he sends the DDD out. That seems like it would take way too long and not be very fluid, and it would like slow the gameplay down a lot. So for that reason, I'm not very excited for the artist ability. Then we see this new spider one. By the way, can I just watch these attacks? Like
unleash your creativity with the artist ability. And ensnare enemies in webs.
I don't know how I feel about these physics. Like I feel like I'm not gonna like these physics, just like Triple Deluxe. I didn't like the physics, but hopefully I can get over that. Because I didn't really like Triple Deluxe that much, mostly because of like the physics, but other stuff too. Like I felt like the level design was not that good, and I don't know. I only played like half of it, but I wasn't a huge fan of Triple Deluxe. But I really liked Return to Dreamland, despite not liking the physics. So like they can still make a game that I really like, despite that. It's just gonna be a downside. But anyway, then they show the spider ability, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of Ice, because you like capture them in the ice. I just feel like the attacks look like slow. Like in like old Kirby, like Superstar and like Adventure, it's just like boom, 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 like doing these like sick attacks that like happen the instant you press the button. This I feel like there's like startup time, which like the fact like look at that spider when he like kicks. Maybe it's like when the spider like kicks him, like I feel like it's just like why does that like slow down the game? I don't like that. Like I feel like more modern Kirby games have done that like too much, where they're like, I don't know, attacks seem to like slow down stuff. Like here's an example, like Return to Dreamland, when you shoot out those like big stars, like it like stops for a second every time it like hits a new block. Like I feel like a lot of newer Kirby games have a like slowness like that, which I'm not a fan of. Also, like in the new modern Kirby physics, you sprint and then you jump, but you lose your momentum when you jump, and then you land and you like get your momentum back, which is so weird. I want you to keep your momentum when you jump, like in Superstar, Ultra, and Kirby's Adventure, which doesn't really exist, which doesn't happen in. Well, I don't know. I guess for sure if it'll happen in this game. I haven't studied trailers enough, but that's what it seems like. But anyway, why am I talking about that? This I already knew from the old trailer, but this trailer actually had a lot of new stuff that got me a lot more hyped for this game. So like look at this, look, like you can combine abilities. Electric yo-yo, that's sick. Icicle, this is sick. Look at that attack, that's sick. And it's Oh, actually, is it not even combining? I thought it was combining abilities,
Webs with
but it
new
seems to
spider
be.
ability.
Sorry, I ran too far. I got the impression that it was from the first trailer that it was combining abilities. But is this like? But this is like he's using his partner's power, which is like electric, with his yo-yo. But then look, look, this guy is actually shooting ice at Kirby's water to do this. So that's actually really interesting. So it's not. Oh my gosh, I thought that this whole time that it was you like could like eat water and rock at the same time and get like water rock, get mud. I don't know. But that doesn't actually seem to be the case. It's actually like you could interact with your partners. That's actually really cool. Then that's a game I definitely want to play co-op. I didn't know that. I thought it was like you could just get like combined abilities like in Crystal Shards. Unless that's both, they're both true. But I think I just misunderstood it. It's actually like this. So that's pretty cool. This actually seems really cool. But that is a little disappointing. Like if you play in single player, then you just can't really use those unless obviously like you can get like your probably partners like in Superstar Ultra. But like they probably wouldn't like be very like smart, so you can't like strategize with them or anything or like get them to do what you want. So that making co-op definitely the way to go. But look at how sick this is. You can also throw your friends, which I don't know. This is like I don't know.
Four-player
Whatever.
co-op. You can open up new
Friend
tabs by sharing copy abilities and working together.
This is cool. I like there's like flying segments. I like those things. But I guess what are the other three going to do during that part? I don't know. Let's go back here. Look at. Oh shit! No. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why that happened. Sorry. Look at these guys. Look at like the helpers. It looks sick. I don't know what this yellow guy is. What is he? Plug? He's the spark guy. Like that guy looks sick. I don't think that's what they used to look like. And look at the spider guy. He looks sick too. Even the fire guy, I feel like looks cool in the world, even though it looks pretty similar.
Powerful enemies will stand in your way.
And then look at this. There's Meta Knight, and then there's just 4 of them. He's like the lone swordsman. Oh, there's 4 of us. Ah, like what? Why are there 4 Meta Knights? If it's just like there's 4 of you, so now there's gonna be 4 Meta Knights, and with no explanation, I'm gonna be pissed. I think that's really stupid. But if there's like an explanation for why there's 4 Meta Knights, maybe it's just like an illusion. Maybe it's using like double team like in Pokemon. I don't know. But that's a little weird. And he's like pink too, like Galactic guy. And look at this person is so cool. This looks like such a cool boss fight. I like that they're actually like showing off new boss fights. A lot of like Kirby games tend to be like reuse old stuff, which is really annoying. Like here's that ice bear again you're fighting. Now here's Wispy Woods, you're fighting him again. And like all the sub bosses, especially like the mini bosses, are like repeated. Here's Kracko. You haven't fought Kracko in a while. Oh, you fought him last game. Oh, too bad. But look, this is a sick new boss that looks really cool. Frozen Down, Francisca, and even the other bosses we've seen in this game already were technically like returning characters, but they were definitely new boss fights. Like the I think we saw a Wispy Woods boss fight in the last trailer, unless I'm mistaken. But it actually like looked like very different. Like you'd run around you run around it or something like that. Unless from something else, but I think that's from the last trailer of this game. And then Buff DDD, like obviously it's a returning character, but it's going to be a completely new boss fight with Buff DDD. And then look at this, like this is so sick. Like look at this attack, and this guy looks really cool. Like look at his arms, that's sick.
Can Kirby and his friends join
look at those,
forces
look at that
to save
grass.
Dreamland?
What is that heart? I don't know. Is that like what that guy shot? This guy shot hearts in the sky. I don't know why that would be a problem, but and then March 16th, so pretty soon, 2 months from now, you'll be able to get your hands on some nice Kirby for Nintendo Switch. It's gonna be pretty fun. I'm definitely excited. My hype is definitely a lot more than it was before that. And then they talk about Kirby Battle Royale, like than it was before, like seeing this trailer today. Anyway, then they talk about Kirby Battle Royale. There's a demo available today. I don't have a 3DS, so I can't play this anymore. Although I probably wouldn't. I don't know. Wouldn't anyway. Not that I wouldn't want to. It's just only so much time, only so many games you can play. And they talk about that for a second. This demo was already available, so there's nothing new. And they said Dragon Quest Builders, which a game came out last year on PS4. I don't know if it came out on Switch yet or not. But apparently the demo's out today. Let's see if it says. Does it say the release date of this game? All right, I don't know. It's probably already out if there's a demo out already, because it's not like a brand. I don't know. Whatever. Dragon Quest Builders. I've never played it. I don't know if I would like it or not, but who knows? Probably not going to get around to playing it just because there's a lot of games. But if you want to try it out, there's a demo. So if you want to know if you will like it or not, you can try the demo, which is pretty cool. There's actually a lot of demos in the Switch eShop, which is pretty cool. But I have like so many games that like I don't even have time I don't even feel the need to play these demos because I've like it's such a good first world problem to have. Like I've got a lot of games, but not enough time. Anyway, next. The ultimate version of Hyrule Warriors. I guess I should have expected this, but I'm kind of, to be honest, getting a little bit. This is basically a port of Hyrule Warriors to the Switch. I'm getting like this is the third system this game is a. Jeez, sorry, I keep like I don't know if this hiccup or burp or whatever. That was weird. This is the third system this game is gonna have appeared on, and it just came out like I don't know 3.5 years ago, not even. So that's a little bit weird. But I'm a little annoyed. I'm kind of sick of like buying these games on Nintendo consoles, and that's like the next console. Oh, now you have to buy it again if you want this little bit of content. And then Hyrule Warriors did that even more because so this is basically the definitive edition of Hyrule Warriors with all the content. Because first there was the Wii U version of Hyrule Warriors, $60. It was a game. It was very fun. It is very fun. And then they came out with all this DLC, all these characters. I never ended up getting any DLC because I just didn't get around to it, even though I would have enjoyed it probably. Then. So all those characters are DLC. Then they came out with Hyrule Warriors Legends, $40, 3DS games. It comes with that and all the DLC, and it has new story stuff with extra characters that you can't even buy them in the Wii U version unless you like transfer them from the 3DS version. At least I think that's how it worked. I could be wrong. I think that's how it worked. So now like all these Wii U owners feel ripped off, and you have to buy it $40 again to get all this new content, and plus they get all the DLC free. Plus the 3DS version runs like garbage, so it's like a worse version of the game, yet it has more content. So that left there being no definitive version, so it's probably good that now there's a definitive version on Switch. Thankfully, I'd never bought the 3DS version, but if I do want to go back and get all that content, now I can buy it on Switch, which I guess is pretty cool, so I can try it out. Hopefully, I'm assuming everything's there, because they said all the characters in the 3DS version is there, and also the 3DS version had DLC too, which I don't even think was available for the Wii U game either, and I don't know if that had any story stuff or not, but it said it would have all the characters and everything from the 3DS version, and it showed the fairies, which was like there was like this side mode where you could like, I don't know, like raise your fairy or like, I don't know, like something weird with like dressing up or like petting your fairies. I have no idea. And that mode's in this, so I would assume that all the story content from the 3DS version is in this too. Otherwise, it's not the definitive version. But hopefully this runs a lot better than the 3DS version. I bet it will. So I guess it's a cool announcement. I don't know. I just feel kind of sad, like as a Wii owner, like I feel like all my games are becoming obsolete. And I feel like kind of ripped off for supporting Nintendo over the last few years because like I could have just played another game and then bought this on the Switch and I would have got all the content instead of buying it on Wii U and I only get like half the content, which is pretty frustrating, I guess. But I mean, I understand why they do it. I don't know. Like it can't be a downside. Like releasing a new stuff. Like it's not like I don't want to get mad at them. Like you released more content for this game, how dare you? But I don't know. It's just kind of annoying. Like I have to buy this game again if I want to play everything. I have to buy Mario Kart 8 again if I want to play everything. I have to buy another game that I'm going to talk about later if I have to get everything. Pokken, if I had bought it, thankfully I didn't. I kind of wish I had just waited on Hyrule Warriors, you know? Like, I wish I could have known this. I wish I could have predicted the future. But unfortunately, I can't. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get this game or not because I do really like Hyrule Warriors. And I do want to try out a lot of that content that I missed out on, like the DLC and the 3DS version stuff. But also, you know, there's a lot of games, and I don't know if I want to pay another $60 for a game that I already own more than half of. And also, I'm playing Fire Emblem Warriors right now, so that's one thing I found a little surprising that they announced this game so shortly after Fire Emblem Warriors was released. Only about 3 months ago, a little more than 3 months ago, Fire Emblem Warriors was released. So I feel like it's a little weird that they're releasing this right now because people aren't really itching for more Warriors. You know, like they just got their fill. But you know, cool, I guess, filling up the lineup with Wii U ports. I'm not gonna like. I feel like some people treated as oh, this Mario or Nintendo's big game this month is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and their big game this month is Pokken Tournament DX. So I think it's a little bit like unfair. Like, well, like yeah, I guess, but it's a big first party game, but like it already came out, so it's not like you can treat. I don't know. So I thought that was a little weird. But then again, like there's a lot of people, like many people own the Switch that did not own the Wii U, so it makes sense to an extent. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna get this game. I would love to play it if I had infinite time and infinite money. Fortunately, I do not. Look at all these characters. This is like, let's look at this. Like most of these characters, I have not played as. Let's see. Let's see. I have not played as. And some of them maybe I just never played as because maybe it's possible there's a few characters I just didn't unlock. But a lot of these are DLC, and a lot of them in the 3DS version, like Twilight Midna, Tetra, the King of Red Lions, the bird girl from Wind Waker. I forget her name. Young Link. Whoever this girl is, I don't know. The girl to the bottom right of Young Link. Is that the girl from like Link's Awakening? Is that her name? I forget her name. That's what she kind of looks like. Tingle, Toon Zelda, Linkle, Ravio, Skull Kid. Shoot, what's his name? Jeez, I didn't even know he was in this game. What is this guy's name? Yuga from Link Between Worlds. Jeez. Oh my gosh, Toon Link. I don't think I played as any of those characters. Like, it's almost half the characters are. Oh, is this Zant? I don't think I ever played as Zant either, but I don't think that was me not unlocking him. I think that was just me not didn't get to that part of the game. Because I think I for some reason I fell out of that game halfway through or a little partway through the villain part of the game. Like I beat the game in quotes, or at least I thought I did, the good guy story. But then you get to play as the villains in the villain story. I didn't beat that, unfortunately, even though I want to. So maybe, you know what, maybe I will end up picking up this game, because there's a lot of content I missed out on in the original, and there's a lot of content here. But the thing about that is I don't just feel ripped off. I'll be I paid $120 for this game that people who waited until now are just paying $60. So I don't know if I'll get it or not. I definitely would be interested in playing it, especially because I love Link Between Worlds, and some characters from that are in this game. I really wish the Linebeck was in this game. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, oh, and also there's outfits from Breath of the Wild for Zelda and Link, which is pretty cool. I really like it's funny, this game has my two favorite Zelda designs, because I really like the Zelda design. Well, I don't know if they're my two favorites necessarily, but I really like the Zelda design from Breath of the Wild, and I really like the Zelda design from Hyrule Warriors, actually. I also like, let's see, what are some other, I also really like Tetra. Tetra's pretty sick, and I guess Tetra's probably cooler than Toon Zelda, but Tetra is Toon Zelda to an extent. But anyway, after this was actually the thing that most excited me about the entire Direct.
When it launches,
I don't think I need to play it. But next up, let's play it. Let's play the trailer. Let's match that excitement. Look at this. Look at this. Serving up a story everyone can love. Wait, I thought we hate Mario Tennis. I thought Ultra Smash was ultra trash. By the way, I actually never did play Ultra Smash, but I didn't get it because I probably actually would have enjoyed it, to be honest with you. But the thing about Ultra Smash is it was no new content. It was just the tennis, and with nothing else, no story mode, no anything. And to an extent, Mario Tennis Open was kind of like that. And I bought Mario Tennis Open, and I actually enjoyed it a fair amount. But Mario Tennis Ultra Smash just seemed literally the same thing, except I don't even know if it had tournament mode or not. Did it? I forget. So I'm this is practically just a port of Mario Tennis Open, which is a little bit weird. So I didn't get it, but I also did have problems with Mario Tennis Open because, particularly, why it doesn't have a story mode, and that's annoying. And also, I didn't like that the chance shots. I like that all those different types of shots exist, but I wish there weren't those circles that say this is the shot that's gonna be powerful. I wish just all of them would be powerful at any moment, and then you can mix it up and choose what shot to do. But anyway, we see this. Whoa, this looks pretty cool. This is a it's pretty detailed stadium. Whoa, they're actually wearing tennis outfits. That's pretty sick. Look at that. Look at Waluigi. Look at Wario's hair slicked back. That's sick. That is pretty sick. And look, there's not they're doing different shots, I think, but they don't have the power circles, which I like. But then there's also the purple circles. So normally there'd be all these different color circles: yellow, blue, red, Y. And then if you did the right shot, fat, top spin, back spin, I don't know, top spin, slice, lob shot, drop shot, smash. Smash was purple, by the way. And then it would have it would do well. But here there's only purple dots, which I don't really know what that does. Is that just showing you where it's gonna go? I might just be showing you where you're gonna go. But then he uses the Y moves, which is the smash, in the purples, which is what went with the purple originally. So that's why it confused me a little bit. I'm hoping it's just that's where the ball's gonna go, not use the smash now. But this game I'm really excited for it, and you'll see why in a second. First of all, look at this! Look at this! Oh my gosh! There's a story mode, baby. As someone who absolutely loves the story mode in Mario Super Sluggers, I'm so now this is progression. This is something I love. This is sick. Look at this beautiful place. Look at this beautiful place. What are we gonna do in those woods? What are we gonna do up here in this mountain? What are we gonna do down here? This is sick. You see Mario running along it. Oh, they have never had a story mode in Mario Tennis on console. And look, they have different mix-up stuff that you do in the story mode. You don't just do matches like you do. I don't even know what this is, but there's different missions apparently. Look, where you this is another thing where you just hit promptness, and there's boss battles. Look at this. There's missions, boss battles, and more. That's sick. And there's a story too. That is sick. I am so hyped for this game. And look, his rapid face, that's pretty cool. And the gameplay seems to still, oh, whoops, sorry, I hit my mic. Seems to still just be like Mario Tennis, but I like the gameplay of Mario Tennis. But now they didn't just do the bare minimum gameplay of Mario Tennis. They seem to have added a lot around it. Obviously, I don't know what's gonna be The story could end up being trash, but it also could end up being really amazing. And I'm really hyped for this game. Available this spring. Let's go, baby. I want to play it. I really do. Who knows if I'll get around to it. There's a million games I want to play, but hopefully I do, because this game looks really hype. And also, I'm much more biased towards, or more likely to play Switch games. Not biased, but I'm much more likely to play Switch games because of the portability. So I got a lot of games for Christmas. I got one Switch game, and I play my Switch I play video games. on the go like almost half the time as I do at home. Sometimes more. Like this week I played video game. Sometimes maybe like I'd say it's fair to say like half the time I'm playing on the go. So even though less than half my games are Switch games, so I'm more likely to play a Switch game than not play a Switch game. So I guess I'm always like looking for more Switch games to play. I guess if that makes sense. So I'm probably more likely to play this than just like the same game that I'm equally interested in on PC or PS4. Just because like on the go I can't play those games. I can only play my Switch games. I'm pretty happy with that game. Then they showed East 8, this trailer for East 8. This game I have not heard much of. I don't know much about it. I've heard people talk about it before, and I've heard good things. But it looks a lot like Xenoblade Chronicles, to be honest. I've also never really played. I played a few hours of Xenoblade Chronicles, but I've never really played it. So I mean, to me it looked very similar. So I mean, it seemed like a pretty good game to me. I don't know like if I would like Xenoblade or not. So in the same way, seeing this game that looks similar, I don't know if I would like this game or not. And I don't know if it actually is that similar, but it looks similar to me. Like there was a lot of like
attack types to take advantage of their weaknesses.
All these different guys attacking.
When the moment is right.
And then there's like exploring these worlds and finding all these different monsters. Like that tree reminds me of the tree. Look, you like exploring a world with just like monsters running around everywhere. That reminds me of Xenoblade. I don't know if I like the game or not. Truthfully, probably not gonna get around to playing it, even though it does interest me. I'm just probably not gonna get around to playing it because I don't know. There's a lot of games. I'm sorry, but that's definitely a cool announcement. I think that's announced for the first time. Then, break out the balloons. Free update incoming. So this is pretty interesting. Then I don't know. I'm going through this like you guys have seen this. Anyway, so like I don't need to like be shown like I don't need to be like watching it. But so then they talked about this new DLC mode. It's free. It's free update for Super Mario Odyssey, and basically it's this mode where you see Luigi like in the beginning of each world, I guess, and it's this mode where you can either be the hider or the seeker. And if you're the hider, you get a balloon, and you have 30 seconds to run anywhere in the world and put the balloon down. And if you're the seeker, then you have, I don't know if it's 30 seconds or some other amount of time to find it. So let's see. Find it. But like the thing is, it points the arrow towards it. So I don't know like if I'm gonna like if that seems that fun or if it's just like go to the arrow. Like that seems pretty easy to just like go to the arrow. But then again, if there wasn't an arrow, like how would you find it? You never would. So I don't know, but I feel like I guess you just gotta figure out a fast way to like what's the fastest way to get there. So that could be interesting. I don't know. Like I'll probably try this a little bit, and maybe I'll love it and keep playing a lot, or maybe I'll like think it's kind of like all right, and just do a few rounds and then never play again. I don't know, but it's a free update, so how can you complain? It's a pretty cool mode. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Like this is a really cool thing to add like for free. I'm pretty happy about that. And then they also said they're also they're adding new outfits like this, which is like cool. Like I haven't bought. By the way, I'm on the darker side of the moon right now in Mario Odyssey, which is the last like it's like the bonus level, like the final level, kind of like in what's it called in like I forget what they're called, but in like Galaxy 2, there's like the something Galaxy. I don't know what it's called. I'm forgetting. There's always like in 3D Mario, it's just like I guess it wasn't in 64 or Sunshine, but since then there's always like a final challenge like Super Mario 3D World had Crown Dash Crown, I think, or was that 3D Land? Or it was 3D Land. No, 3D Land was S8 Dash Crown. 3D World was Crown Dash Crown. Anyway, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. You know, I don't know why I always feel the need to say that. I could have just edited it out and you guys would have never known. But anyway, like there's plenty of outfits in the game that I haven't bought and never will buy probably because I was expecting after I beat Dark Side of the Moon I'll probably not really play that game that much anymore because like I feel like I explored everything even though I only found about half the moons. Like I don't really feel like just keep exploring just keep going through the same worlds that I've already been through, try to get like every moon. But I enjoyed the game very, very much. It's one of my favorite games of the year. I absolutely love this game so much. But it's not like I knock against game or anything. But it's just like I feel like I've after the darker side of the moon or darkest side. Like I feel like I'll pretty much sufficiently play it. So I guess like there's not that much motivation for me to like go buy all the remaining outfits. So adding even extra outfits like I don't really care that much because like there's still even outfits in the game that I don't have yet, but it's free. So like how can you complain? That's pretty cool. There's other people who are like completionists that have already everything and are now just gonna be happy to just find more coins, buy more outfits, just so they can keep playing the game and have more reasons. So that's pretty cool. And there's also I think more filters. Oh wait, I need to get my headset on so I can actually hear when I am playing the video. But anyway, there's also actually new filters for the snapshot mode, which I don't know, I've never used that, so I don't really care that much. I've used it like once, so I don't really care about that. But that's another like it's all free, so that's pretty cool. And this is coming out in February. They said this update. Next, they talked about this fighting game called like SNK something. I don't know what this is, but I don't know. It like looked like just didn't it looked like a pretty typical fighting game to me. Obviously I don't know like that much about not obviously, but I don't know that much about fighting games. It looked like a pretty typical fighting game to me, with like the appeal being that's like they're pretty girls.
Heroines from
So I mean, fair enough. That's a very fair appeal. But I don't know what I guess this. I don't know. This seems like an existing series. They like talked about it as if it's like, oh, like these are your favorite people from SNK, as if like that's such an obvious like name that everyone knows. I've never heard of SNK, but who knows? Maybe I'm the loner and most people know what this is. But to me, it looked like I mean, it looked cool. Like it looked like a cool fighting game. I don't really know if I love the graphical style. But there's just so many games that like are available, and so many fighting games even that I'm interested in that I'm never gonna play. That this game, like, it didn't really do anything like to tell me, like, it didn't really like grab my attention more so than like other fighting games. So I'm probably never gonna play it just because there's just so many games that this probably isn't gonna be one that I play. But like it's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just there's like this to me just looks like a typical fighting game. Not that being said, I'm not that like deep into. I don't know. Like obviously maybe there's some people who like know the ins and outs of this game. Like no, this game is really unique because of this and this and this. But I don't know that, so I'm not that interested in it off the bat. But I probably like this game if I played it, but like I'm probably not gonna play it if you know what I mean. And then apparently it's actually a DLC character from another game, which is a Neo Geo game. That's actually this girl, who's in this Neo Geo fighting game, which is pretty cool. I like crossovers like that. Especially people, it'd be really cool, probably to people who like just love fighting games and only play fighting games and like already played this on their Switch. Now they're gonna play that and like, oh, this is this character, cool. So I think that's pretty cool. Next, they show off a DLC for Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I've actually only beaten like the first world of Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and I like it so far. But I really need to get back into it. Like I haven't really formed an opinion on it yet. Like I like some stuff about it and don't like some stuff about it, but I kind of like fell out of it. So I kind of want to get back into that game. But they revealed a new character, which was Donkey Kong, which is pretty cool. It's paid DLC. I think it's like story deal, like it's new, like basically a new segment of the game. I haven't beaten the game, so I don't really know what happens at the end. So I don't know if it'll be like post-game DLC or like how that's gonna work. But I really kind of like look at this. Like Donkey Kong's personality is so great, and Ubisoft did such a great job of capturing Donkey Kong's personality. I don't know if they got help from Nintendo or not. Probably not. Like it's not like it's like this great artistic piece that's very difficult to work with or anything like that. But I think they did a really good job. With his personality, and he doesn't really look how he looks in most games, but I think that's fine. Like Ubisoft really did their own unique graphical style with this game, like with the Mario characters, which I like. I honestly like. I don't want DK to look like this in every game, but I think it's cool that he has his like unique style how he looks in this game. But anyway, let's watch this. See, he looks different. He's like significantly skinnier. But I guess he uses vines. Or I don't know if that's for player, if that's actually a mechanic. But look, then he throws. So this is clearly something he can. That's actually a mechanic. He can like throw other characters to new places, and then he has a banana boomerang, which is pretty cool, too. So I don't know if I'll ever end up beating this game or end up getting this DLC, but I definitely am kind of motivated to now because I love Donkey Kong's personality. Look, and then look at this, high fives, just out of here. And he's just like celebrating. Oh my gosh, I love DK. Sorry, DK. What am I saying? DK is sick. Oh my gosh, DK is sick. I love DK. So that's pretty cool. And then they talk about some new Payday. They talk about some Payday 2 stuff. I don't even like. I played a little bit of this game on Steam. I got it for like $5 on Steam in the Steam sale. Played a little bit of it, and I don't know. I was like, I didn't really understand what was happening, to be honest with you. If I played it more, maybe I would have gotten into it more. But like new character, I didn't even realize there were characters in this game. So I don't know, new character in Payday 2, and that's actually pretty interesting that it's coming first on Switch. Like I'd imagine like the hardcore audience for this game is on PC. So the fact that it's premiering on Nintendo Switch, that's like surprising to me. But it's not like exclusive. It's just premiering first, like kind of like Spectre of Torment. So it's gonna be exclusive for a little while, and then on other consoles. But that's interesting. I guess it must be doing fairly well on Switch if they're doing this. That surprised me. I didn't think that game was doing that well on Switch, or I just didn't expect it to. It didn't seem like a Switch game to me. Then they showed some Faye, which if you remember, Faye was actually the game. Like EA had some leaks, and that which actually revealed this direct on this. Actually, I don't know if it revealed the date or not. No, I don't think it did. But it said EA's like some of their marketing plans released, and it was their marketing plans for Faye, and it was like a next step. Show it to gamers at the January Nintendo Direct. But this game actually looks kind of cool. I didn't really know anything about this game until now. I think I might have saw some of it at E3, but I think I just completely forgot. But like this world looks pretty sick to explore, and you can like fly around, which is really cool. I love when you have a lot of like aerial mobility in a 3D platformer. You can like climb on these creatures. Like I wonder what that does. Like I don't really understand what the gameplay is though, but this world's pretty cool. And the gliding is pretty fun. So maybe who knows? I don't know if I'll like to. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But like, is this game fun though? I don't know. Like, is it too slow? Is it just like walking around, interacting, or is it like a fun platform? I don't know. Who knows?
On Nintendo Switch February 16th.
I don't know if I'll try this.
As for Celeste,
like, it doesn't
it's
be
a
interesting to try
modern
it, but like
take
I
on
said,
the
there's a
action
million games.
platformer.
So
She has the stamina.
then they showed this game called Celeste, which I don't know. I don't really like the graphical style and the fact that I don't really like the style of pixel art when you just can't see their face at all. It's just like a blank face. I don't really like that. I feel like some of this art could make better use of like darker colors, like not blacks, because you don't really use blacks and shadows, but like I don't know, like more outlines. Like look at this like bush, for example, this like red bush thing. Like a lot of pixel art will have like 3 shades. We'll have like a light, like a kind of dark like this, and then like a really dark to like give it more depth. And I feel like this game doesn't have that like really dark shade to like give the stuff depth. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
But don't get spooked.
That's pretty cool.
Playing in assist mode lets you tweak the.
And then look at this. This isn't even pixel art. How the heck did this?
From a slower pace to full-on invincibility.
Let's see if they show outside again. Look. Oh, this actually sky looks kind of cool, but like I feel like still they're. I don't know. The sky looks cool, but like it's kind of messy. The sky, like it's kind of hard. It looks cool, sort of, but it also looks kind of messy. And I think that's because I don't know. Maybe I'm not an expert, obviously, but like I feel like they could be using some more dark pixels.
Or if you really want a white.
I don't know.
Knuckling.
I don't know how I feel about the style, the graphical style of this game. But the game does look cool.
Celeste launches on Nintendo Switch January.
You know what? This is one of those games that like I'm just gonna like randomly pick up if it's like $15. I'm just gonna like randomly pick this up and like play it and then hopefully really like it, or maybe not really like it. Like I just like there's a lot, if a game's like $15 or less, or even $20 less, like there's like, and it's like an indie game especially, like, well, it doesn't have to be an indie game, but if there's a game that's like 20, there just typically are. There's a game that's like $20 or $15 or less that's just like on the Switch. Like there's a good chance I might just like, oh, let's try this out. Because it's not as big a commitment as like a $60 game, so maybe I will play this game. It's kind of cool. I don't have too much to say about it. I didn't have too much that was like, oh, I need to play this game. It was just, you know, like climbing on walls. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, that she can climb on any surface or any wall as long as she has stamina. And there's like climbing walls, like jumping and like air dashing. I wonder what that game is like. Maybe I'll play it. And then this, oh my gosh. Like what? Just out of nowhere, it's like, oh, this cool game is back and funkier than ever. So this is another one of those examples where it's like, oh, here's a game that came out on Wii U that is now being ported to Switch. So our Wii U's are just less and less valuable every day. Like I understand it. Like there's a lot of people who never got to play this game because they don't know the Wii U. They should. It's like a fantastic game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. In my top 100 games list that I made in school when I was bored. Which I'll hopefully make a video of eventually, like maybe like 2 years from now, who knows? Maybe like a year from now, I don't know. But this game is like, by the way, it uses a 1 per series rule, so like only 1 game per each series is allowed. But I think this game it's 12th. I think the game is 12th on that list. It's somewhere from 9th or 12th. I think it's 12th. So that's like pretty impressive. It's one of my favorite games. I love it very much. It's a very similar situation to me with Mario Kart, because Mario Kart I think is either 10 or 11. I think it's tied for 10 and 11 on that list. Mario Kart 8, and you know, got ported to the Switch, and obviously I love that game, but like they added a little bit of new content. But I already paid $60 for it on Wii U, so I don't want to pay $60 for it on Switch. So Mario Kart 8 like really angers me in that way, because like that battle mode, I played it at Nintendo Nick's house the other day for a video on his channel. By the way, I'm doing a series on his channel called Lunchtime with Youngster Skaymore, so check that out if you want. Anyway. Like, that battle mode is so fun. I want it so bad. I wish I could just, like, pay $20 to just get it as DLC in my Wii U game and stuff. It's, like, I don't want to have to pay another $60, you know, for a game I already own most of. But Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I like that it doesn't actually have, like, all that much new stuff in the port, which, like, is a bad thing for some people, but for me, it's like, all right, good. I don't need to, like, worry. They do have some new stuff. Look, this is actually pretty sick. There's a new playable character, Funky Kong. That's actually, like, sick. Like, Funky Kong's in the game, but he's pretty much seems to be like an easy mode. So we've never played as Funky Kong in any game before. So that's so cool. That is so cool that we get to play as Funky Kong now. But and he has a surfboard and everything. That is so sick. Oh my gosh. But I wouldn't want to do it because it's basically like an easy mode. Like he can roll forever. Wait, I think Donkey Kong can roll forever too, but only if someone's on his back. Anyway, he can roll forever, and he has a surfboard that he can just glide on forever. Like he can just slowly hover down like Diddy Kong, except like I think like forever. I don't think it runs out. At least I think so. And I think it might even fall down even slower. And then also he's just immune to spikes because he's just standing on a surfboard. So it's kind of just like, in easy mode, but I don't know. It's kind of cool, but not something that I'd be that interested in because of that. So whatever. But it's a fantastic game. So if you haven't played it, and it's in 1080p too. I think the Wii U game was 720. I think, maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure. I heard someone say. I think on Game Explain they said it's 1080 now, and they said that the original was a 720. So if that's true, then that's another plus. But if you haven't played this game, I would highly recommend you pick it up on Switch. It is fantastic. It is one of my favorite games. It is so good. Definitely recommend it. This is another game from 2014 that came out on the Wii U that is ported to the Switch. Look, like Mario Kart 8, Dog Hunt Country Tropical Freeze, Hyrule Warriors, Shovel Knight technically. All of those games came out on Wii U in 2014. They're all just like going to Switch. I wonder, was Bayonetta 2 2014 too? Or was it 2015? I think it was 15. No, it might have been 14. I don't know. I don't know if Bayonetta 2 was 2014 or 15, but that game's also going to Switch. But anyway, a lot of games going to Switch, and then I think we're almost done. I think we only have one more announcement, and it is something we already had speculated on because in that original like Switch thing back in about a year ago, the original Switch presentation, they had like a poster, an image of all the third-party developers, or a bunch of them that are supporting the Switch, and From Software, the creator of Dark Souls and Bloodborne, they were on there, but we haven't heard anything from them since. Now they finally announced something for the Switch, which is Dark Souls Remastered. A lot of people were expecting like the Dark Souls trilogy to just be like packed to Switch, or like Dark Souls 1 and 2 to be like. I didn't expect Dark Souls trilogy. I don't know why people expect that. Dark Souls 3 is a very new game. It came out only like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. Like they wouldn't package that and Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 1 for $60. That'd be like pretty crazy. But I was expecting maybe like Dark Souls 1 and 2 pack, and then maybe like Dark Souls 3 separately to come out on the Switch. But they actually are announced Dark Souls Remastered. So I'm not very into. I have never played a Dark Souls game, so I don't know that much about it. But I wonder, is the remaster, like, are they remastering it for other consoles too? Because I haven't heard of that. I don't think they are, unless they just haven't announced it yet and just announced it like now along with this. But if so, like, is Switch going to be the definitive version of Dark Souls? Like, that's going to cause an outcry if Switch is the only console getting Dark Souls remastered. That's pretty crazy. But I never played one. I played Neo, which earlier this year, which is apparently very, very similar to Dark Souls, and I did not like it. So I don't know. That discourages me from trying Dark Souls. And also, like, I know it's really hard and like you die a lot, and that just doesn't seem like fun to me. Dying all the time, like using Neo as an example. And there was a bunch of other design issues though with Neo too. So who knows? Maybe Dark Souls is a lot better in those aspects that I didn't like about Neo. But either way, I don't really intend on trying this game anytime soon. Not because I have no interest, just there's a million games I gotta play. But anyway, that's the Direct. That's pretty much all they showed. Yeah, that was the last announcement, right? It was like 14 minutes long, but they showed a lot for 14 minutes. I just think like I'm fine with them like not having any like huge announcements or anything. Like that's okay. Because almost everything they did show, I'm very excited for, and I know there's just unlimited games for me to play on Switch and on other consoles, and I'm so happy. Video games are so great, and life is good. By the way, this video is so long. Oh my gosh, I think this might be like the longest video I've ever done on my channel. No, probably not. That's a ridiculous statement. I've probably done. I wonder how long is this video right now. Let's check. Oh, it's not that long. It's less than an hour. Oh, never mind. I thought it was longer. I thought it was like an hour and 20, an hour and a half, but it's not even at an hour yet. So I'm crazy. I don't know why I said that. That was dumb. Anyway, I probably have like streams that are like over 2 hours that I just uploaded. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know why I said that. That was a really, really stupid thing. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I don't know what the really overall feel is, like what the public's opinion is on this Direct. But I'm happy that I was really hoping for. I predicted this in my Twitter account. I predicted that they would talk about, before I knew it was a mini Direct. I predicted they would talk about. I predicted they would reveal Mother 3, and I was like, but I predict that pretty much at every Direct, because I want it so bad. But so that's something I would like to see happen soon. But other than that, that was really cool. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I mean, no. Mario Tennis Aces. Excuse me. I'm very hyped for. Some other stuff in this here I'm hyped for too. I'm surprised we saw no Yoshi, which probably means it's coming later in the year. And I'm surprised we saw no Fire Emblem. If you remember, Fire Emblem was announced in in January, I think, in the Fire Emblem Direct last year. They announced Fire Emblem Echoes, Fire Emblem Heroes, Fire Emblem Warriors. Or maybe they didn't announce Heroes yet. Maybe they announced Heroes later, because that was a mobile game. And then they announced Fire Emblem for Switch. They didn't say anything about it. They just said new core Fire Emblem games for Switch. And it's a year later. We still haven't heard of it, so that's a little interesting. Something in Yoshi we heard about at E3, but we haven't seen a trailer about since, which is also a notable absence. So that makes me think that they're not going to have too many games for later in the year. If those games are probably like going to be, I think those games are probably also they had, by the way, Nintendo had Zelda, Mario, and I forgot Xenoblade Chronicles 2 also this year, and Splatoon 2, and ARMS, and Fire Emblem Warriors, all these great games. Oh my gosh, how crazy! But anyway, so I'm guessing Fire Emblem is going to be like the holiday game, and Yoshi probably, maybe like August, I would say. I don't know. And then I'm sure they'll announce more games at E3, and hopefully maybe something like in March or April. Who knows? But yeah, I was expecting that Fire Emblem would be revealed, but maybe Fire Emblem will be revealed like in March or April, a direct then, or maybe even at E3. Because I guess they were focusing on only like the first 2 quarters today. So let's look at the first 2 quarters of Nintendo's release lineup. They don't have like that much for the first half of the year, to be honest. I mean, they got this. When's this coming out? The World Ends With You. When's it coming out? Come on. It just says this year, so who knows when that's coming out. We got Pokemon DLC. That's just like DLC, so I don't know. We got like it's just 2 characters. I'm not gonna catch that right now. So we got Kirby's. Well, we got We got Pokemon DLC later this month, but that's not like a game. We got Kirby Star Allies coming out in March. Is that like the first like big Nintendo Switch game? We got Hyrule Warriors Definitive, whatever this is called, in spring, Definitive Edition. Okay, that's a port, but fine. We got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. They just said spring for this, right? That's like looking really sick. But that's pretty much all the Nintendo games, right? Oh, and then Rap's gonna have some DLC. And then they showed Tropical Freeze too, available May 4th. So they're filling up the spring with a lot of like ports. Like we got 2 Wii U ports in the spring, which is a little much. I was thinking they would only do like 2 a year max, because that's what they did. Like last year they had Mario Kart 8 in April, and then they had Pokemon in like September. The fact that they have one in May, so Tropical Freeze is May 4th, and then Hyrule Warriors just says spring. That's a little weird that they have so many too close together. I guess they don't really have that much for the spring. I guess they had to fill it out first party wise. If you don't count the ports, all they got is Kirby in March. Not even spring. January. I'm not saying spring. First 6 months. January, February, March, April, May, June. Spring is like 3 months. I'm talking about this whole 6 month stretch. They really only have like a Kirby in March, and then Mario Tennis whenever that comes out, which is sometime in spring, they say. Unless they announce more stuff later, but it's already January. I don't think they're going to announce any games that are going to come out in the first 6 months of the year that haven't announced yet. So that's a little. They kind of got a little not so busy lineup in the first half of the year. But for some reason, I'm not like disappointed or unhappy about that at all. It's just because there's so many great games in this world, and I know I'm never going to play them all. So like, I guess I'm not really worried about that anymore. I don't know. But there's also so many like third-party games that are coming out, so many ports, and so many great games on the eShop. Like so many indie games are probably coming. I hope they do another indie showcase soon. I love those. Maybe in like February or March they do another indie showcase. That'd be pretty sick. Like a nice February indie showcase to help fill in some of the gaps of this first 6 months. That'd be really cool. But yeah, like there's still gonna be a lot of games for Switch owners. Like the thing is, I worry about something's like, well, yeah, I'm fine because I have PS4 and PC, so I can play games. But then I'm like, well, what about Switch owners? Is that like, are they gonna have enough games? But there's so many games coming out on the eShop all the time. Like if you only own a Switch, I mean, there's still so many games coming out on the eShop, so there's still so many things to play. It's not like, and like a lot of AAA games are coming out on the Switch now, like third parties, I mean. So that's really cool too. And this video games are just so good. There's so many great games to find in the eShop and everywhere. And I love video games. And this was a fun direct. And I enjoyed every second of it. And if you're disappointed, I understand. But for some reason, I'm not. And I love video games. And I'm happy. And I'm going to keep being happy. And nothing's going to stop me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you guys think of the direct and Nintendo's like upcoming year in the comments below. I guess, and they really did have a lot of their heavy hitters last year. So I guess, I don't know, it makes sense. But I'm not disappointed. I don't know. It'll still be like, it's still got this year already. We know about Kirby, Mario Tennis, Yoshi, Fire Emblem, and we know about actually a lot of big games in addition to that, but like they're not confirmed for this year. Like Bayonetta 3, who knows when that's coming? Metroid Prime 4, that's not coming, I would say, until at least 2019. Then we know that a new Pokemon game's in the mix, but I'd say that's not coming until at least 2019 too. But who knows really? That could come in 2018, but not at least. But I would say Metroid Prime 4 at least 2019, but Pokemon I'd say probably 2019. But if that is 2018, like that could make sense. But I would guess 2019 for Pokemon. But who knows? That could be 2018. Anyway, that's gonna be the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a long one. Hopefully I can upload it today. Now I have to edit it because I had to stop to go to the bathroom. Oh well. So I'll take it longer. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to follow me on Twitter if you want to for updates, and Twitch too if you want to. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.